Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Jane. I have group 1, group 2, group 3. You can pick more than one card. These sessions are timeless, so whenever you find it, it's the right time for you. And don't try to force anything or try to make anything fit. And I'm going to move on with group 1. Welcome in, group 1. Let's see here. Spray, this is about being like happy. You know, spray also is created by force, so like under pressure. So I believe this could have something to do with an awakening, because you only awaken when you become under severe pressure, right? But because it's, you know, like this little fellow here, he's so happy, it tells me that you've come through some kind of big transformation with the butterflies, and also that you know, this is like an infectious type of happiness. Like, you know, like you're just looking at him, how joyful he is, jumping in these puddles and playing with the flowers and the butterflies. It tells me that, you know, you've really come through a lot to be able to have the joy and the happiness, which is very infectious, right? So you spreading your light wherever you go, you know, and I think you also realize that just smiling at somebody can make a difference in their day. Okay, so we're going to just move on here with some more cards. Oh, they want me to bring out one of these to read at the end. Well, that was quick. This one, number 27. Okay. You know, things, but because that card came out so quickly, you know, it makes me think that, wow, look at that. That, you know, things maybe happen in your life like very fast, like things come in quickly for you. I don't know what the card means. We're just going to, I'm going to lean that there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a few, you know, and why I believe this is also awakening is because when I was shuffling this deck here, the awakening card came out. Plus, when I was splitting it to, you know, shuffle it more, I saw the shadow card. So that told me that you have really gone through a lot of shadow work to come back to your happiness. So we're going to see for sure if that's what this is about here. Oh my gosh. See, this is what I mean. Like, life probably got really messy for you. Release and recovery. Exactly. You know what? That card came out 2 or 3 times when I was shuffling this deck too. Release and recovery. That's exactly what you've done. This moth. And you have all these butterflies. You could be seeing moths. You could be seeing butterflies. You might really like flowers. You could be seeing a lot of flowers. Look at that. Intuition and sacred knowledge. Yeah. So that's it. That you're going through an awakening. Look, and there's that light. Look at that. Hope and readjustment. Yeah. You've gone through a lot. When I just split it on decisions and direction again. Maybe you're looking for some direction in your life. Okay, let's see what else here that everyone wants to know that will help you. The tower, exactly. You had to go through the tower. The release, look. So you have release and recovery and release and revelation. That just, yeah, that it just confirms it for me. Look, and then the 5 of shells is back on the bottom. Hope and readjustment. Yeah, there's that comes with, look, and then that, yeah, right under is the hangman. So that tells me that you've spent a lot of time in contemplation. Is there anything else here? Peace and compassion. Yeah, you're living with peace and compassion now. Exactly, Spirit. Okay, so we're just going to set this aside. Peace and compassion. Okay, let me bring out a couple of the Chariot on the bottom. Rewards that come from hard work, successful balancing, many priorities at once, determination, willpower, public recognition. See, in the Chariot, though that is like movement forward, you could be seeing horses too. Though this is about movement forward, it also means about working up out of the mud. You know what I mean? Like surviving, like all the pressures. Because the spray happens due to pressure, right? So the awakenings happen due to pressure. Mm-hmm. Okay. What card you want here, Spirit? Look at that. You're working too hard or too many hours. The need for balance in life, letting go, letting others help you, health problems due to stress. And on the bottom, it's the Six of Cups here. Children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romance from your past, romanticizing how things used to be. Yeah, it's if you get yourself into this happy place, reminiscing about the old and the past, it's really going to mess you up. You know what I mean? It's going to stall you out. Look, and then we have the moon right underneath there. This is all about your intuition, but it's also about going through all the shadow work. Look, you made a choice, or make a choice really, and then you have the balance right underneath that. So I think, um, you know, they're saying that there's a need for balance in your life. Okay. Overworking, yeah, that's, okay. That also, when you hold emotions in for too long, it can cause health issues. Okay. For one of these here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Look on the bottom, give up control. Release your grip on outcomes, embrace the present moment and wisdom. Okay, they're gonna have me bring out a different deck. Okay, let's see here. Lady Nada, expanded heart, openness, liberation, let yourself love and be loved. Okay. Maybe that's the last part of it. Maybe, you know what I mean? Because when you go through the awakening, it's really hard to know who to trust. So, they're talking a lot. There's a lot here about this release. So that might be the last thing that you need to, it's the readjustment here. Yeah, look at that. Michael and Faith, your spiritual calling, divine protection, breakthrough moment. It's exactly what's going through. It's a breakthrough moment. You need to break through that. You have to break through this, working too hard or too many hours. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ask me to bring up one of these here. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. All right, so what else do you want here? Whoa, fogged in. Go slow. Take time. Unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think you're a little bit like, where am I supposed to go now? What am I supposed to do now? So you're doing a lot of working, rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. Yeah, because the card was coming up here about the childhood here, about going over the childhood, and the moon with the illusions, with the So it says, listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry, let go of your fears, revelations that will make everything clear. You have revelation here too with the tower, the release and revelation. So I think that going through these memories here, this is like when you're going through a spiritual awakening, it really is unknown territory because we come here not knowing anything. So, our minds are fogged, like, you know what I mean? Like we have this cloud over our vision, cloud over our knowing. Look, answer the call. The time is now. Okay, let's see here. I want some of these here. Seek clarity, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. Okay. So you have a spiritual calling. So you have Michael and Faith here, and it said that angels are protecting you. So that's your angels right now is Michael and Faith. So you're going through a breakthrough moment here. What is the working too hard, too many hours here? What's this? A need to balance in life. Let others help you. Health problems due to stress. Well, awakening is a very stressful process too. Okay, so what is it that you want here? What is the... Okay, let's see here. Steady progress, just like they're saying here, take your time. It is a process, right? So steady progress. Move with deliberate care as patience and attentiveness guide you to thoughtful achievements. Okay. All right. That didn't really answer the question though. Hidden keys. Put things together piece by piece to reveal the bigger picture. Okay. I see what you're doing here. Okay. All right. So the release and recovery, it's a steady process or progress. So go slow, take your time. There's, that's where like the moon too, like the revelations will be made. Look, wise counsel. You need to seek somebody with wise counsel. So you need to let whoever's around you to help you. And look, and it comes, with the moon, and then it comes out no illusions. So this isn't about illusions. Oh my God, it's your growth, your potential growth here. Because it says, listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry. Let go of your fears, revelations that will make everything clear. Because you have your angels here, and then you have an angel here. That's going to clear things up. See, when you're going through, when you go through a person awakening, you're given signs, and so the signs can be like repeated animals, repeated songs come on the radio, repeated numbers. It could be a variety of things. It's different for everyone. You know what I mean? So they're saying here, seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors that can help you along the way. So just like watching this video could help you, watching another video could help you. Like there's different, so what they're talking here with this moon, so, moons can be also like things that are hidden from you. So they're saying there's no illusion. You're receiving the hidden keys. You just need to know how to interpret them, and everyone interprets them differently. So that's, I think, maybe what you need to work on now, because you have the growth potential here. Embrace change to unlock your full potential and flourish. So I don't know what your full potential is, though. So just go with it. Embrace spontaneity and trust the journey. Remain open to unexpected twists and turns along the way. Yeah, because, it's not, I notice how all these valleys and, hills and everything, and, this path, like the path is not always laid out so easily. You know what I mean? Well, and see clarity again, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. So sharpen your focus. I think that they're trying to tell you to like take a little bit of time and like pull back all this hard work that you're doing. You maybe feel like you always have to be 10 steps ahead because of what you've gone through the awakening with all these towers. Because I think there's been more than one tower. I think you've had more than one tower in your life. And with this card, it comes right out under, you know, I think you've been going through a lot with the Six of Cups here. I think you've been going through a lot of these, you're revisiting all these old dreams and plans that you had. And then, like how it like crumbled from underneath you. But the chameleon is about, a changing in your environment, adjusting. The five of shells here, this is all about hope and readjusting, and see this light that you have, natural light that's within you, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can revisit the past, but doing so, um, rehashing that too often, like sometimes you start looking into the past and then you kind of get stuck there. So that's, I think, what they're trying to say, like, use some wise counsel so that you don't get someone that you can trust, or find a mentor that will help you. Even a counselor would help. You know what I mean? A therapist, somebody that you can speak to and help you work through it. But like I said, if you keep rehashing that, then you just continue that wheel of that. You know what I mean? Number 27. Let's see what this card has for you. Because, you're just like this blooming flower. And I see like all this light coming from behind it, right? 27. Let's see what it has here. Truth behind the images. Sometimes we believe what others tell us we are. And then we put it right out on the tower, which would be like revisiting the unknown. Okay. As though the self we see reflected through their eyes is somehow more compelling than what we know ourselves to be. Yet, the accuracy of a reflection depends on the clarity of that which is doing the reflecting. The moon can only reflect the sun. The moon card came out, right? The moon can only reflect the sun in varying degrees of faithfulness. It is not a matter of ill will, it is the mechanics of the situation. Take care that you don't allow the images others form of you to interfere with you learning how to know, validate, and believe in yourself. Attempting to see sun in a particularly of the moon doesn't lead to clarity. Turn your gaze inwards and seek a direct experience of your true nature. There you will find steady reassurance and peaceful strength. So, that's right, because, people from our past, they imprint on us a lot, right? And we tend to believe the things that they say about us or to us. But you have to look at, is this person somebody that has done me wrong? Has this person always had my back? Has this person always been there to stick up for me? Has this person always defended me? Has this person ever truly saw me in the way that I truly feel who I am? So, that is, just another confirmation that, staying in this, like, maybe this will give you this revelation that you need about these people in your past that have convinced you that you are a particular person when you are not, when in fact you are actually a high priestess. Okay, so I'm going to close this reading. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope it gives you a little bit of clarity. And with that, I'm going to move on to group 2. So I'm going to send you all my love and light. And if you've made it to the end of this reading, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and the share, and subscribe if you're not. So anyway, I'm going to move on to group 2. So send you all my love and light. Bye. Welcome in group 2. Okay, let's see here. Number 20, blessings. Wow. This is this card here. This is all about you being a code carrier for, like, you hold templates for the new earth in your DNA. This is Mother Mary here. Like, you're sacred, right? Wow. This should be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these cards out here and set it aside and read it at the end of this reading. You know, you could be somebody that doesn't believe that that's who you are, but these cards come out for a reason. Okay, see this light coming off her hands? Wow. All right, Spirit, what's the card you want for this group? Okay, they're going to have me shuffle this. Wow. What number is this? 24. All right. Here we go. Blessings. Okay, let's pull out a couple tarot cards here and see what's going on. So on the bottom, soul searching and reevaluation. Oh, look at that, the shadow. Self-empowerment and ambition. This is the in the tarot deck, this shadow card is the Hangman, I think. I'm still learning this deck. Oh my God, the Magician. Look at that right underneath. Look at that. Wow. Transformation. Holy crap, Spirit. All right, here we go. I guess it's all the cards I want here. Is there another card here? I mean, if you're the code, if you are the a code carrier, that means, like, it's all in your divine blueprint, your DNA. This, I mean, that means you hold the templates for the new earth. Look, happiness and abundance. Yeah, you know what? That tells me that you've been through a lot, because manifestation and prosperity comes underneath that with the Ace of Crystals. So that tells me with the turtle here that you've been through a lot. You know, also I see that there's in the Magician, the creation. Wow, this is pretty amazing here. You've gone through a huge transformation. You've been, if you haven't been liberated, you're going to be liberated. Self-empowerment and ambition. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, let's see here. Let's check out here and see what they want for this. Okay, another one. This one. A windfall abundance. Yeah, what's this? Look at that. So we have the Knight of Cups here, which is, this is somebody that, like, it's coming in fast too. And it's romantic, flirtatious, introspective, fickle, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, and a love of art and poetry. Wow. You're really, with the turtle too, this is something really ancient. So you're a real ancient soul. You came here with the this is something, and you don't know about this either. You don't know that you're going to be like leaving whatever situation that you're in. Like, this is something that I think you are, yeah, I don't think that you realize the end of a situation is coming. I don't think you realize. I think you could be over analyzing the situation you're in now, but you're going to be packing your bags. You're going to be leaving pretty soon, because you have the Ten of Swords here and you have the Two of Swords. So, like, either you're not willing to make a decision, but you need to follow your heart and not to do it to make others happy. I don't know what's going on. My doggy keeps distracting me here. Manage your resource wisely, extremes in how you give or receive money. Yeah, because money, time, or emotions. Yeah, smart business decisions, seeing things black or white, being charitable. Yeah, I think somebody could be trying to take a advantage of you. So you're going to have like this windfall coming in. So you need to be careful. This could come in at the same time that this romantic relationship is coming in. And I noticed that, like, you've been doing this all alone, because there's single in every one of them. The Traveler is like the Fool in the tarot. So the Fool card isn't that you are a fool. It's about, like, taking that chance. Oh yeah, I just realized here, because you're gonna be leaving. The Magician here, like, you don't see, but you're gonna be leaving. You're gonna be traveling. You're gonna be leaving this situation here. Hold on, I gotta see what the dog wants. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, so this is another thing too. Like, notice that you could be somebody could be trying to pull you off your path. Like, with the interruptions with the dog. Like, I went out there and I asked her if she wanted to go out, and I opened the door and she didn't want to go out, and like, there was nothing really that she wants, other than, I don't know what she wants, other than to distract me from my reading. So this could be something that's happening with you, like someone's trying to pull you off your path, because there's going to be a windfall coming in. Wise counsel or good fortune, an exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, significant purchases like a home or a vehicle. Yeah, I think that's all coming in with this knight. You have that little story goes, what is that, knight in a white horse or whatever? Look at that. It's actually going to be that way. Yeah. Something is trying to block you. They're trying to stop your something to do with this willpower and creation here. But this is the message that Spirit wants you to know. Spirit's trying to bring you some kind of warning here. But with the Ten of Swords here underneath the Traveler, underneath the Fool card in the tarot, that Fool card's all about your potential, about adventures, about just taking that leap of faith, moving forward. This transition too that you're going through. Let's see, well, potential growth in the bottom. All right, so what else do you want here? Resurrection. Yeah, just like I said, you're an old ancient soul, and it's you're going to rise again in the new earth to help lead the new earth. Resurrection, shake off the past and rise again. Reinvent yourself, and you will rise up from the ashes even more powerful, just like that phoenix. And on the very bottom here, it's stay in the flow, which falls under the turtle of happiness and abundance. Surrender to the rhythm of life, remaining open to opportunities and lessons as they naturally unfold. So this is going to be something that it's going to be easy as things naturally unfold for you. You're going to be able to know when to leave, know when to stay, know when to cleanse your energy. Because I think that's what this is. Because this is saying here that you're being unable or unwilling to make a decision. You know, this the infinity symbol keeps jumping out at me too. So it's like whatever goes around comes around. So this is something that has come around to you more than once, like this type of thinking. And then underneath is ignite creation, harness innovation, fuel imagination, and imagination, and witness manifestation as answers unfold in your journey of discovery. You know, they're bringing out that letting things naturally unfold for you, and then they're bringing out the unfold again. Yeah, prepare carefully before you continue, as it is a long journey ahead. So you could have a rough road. Yeah. We'll see clarity, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. Okay, is that all there is for this one here? Jesus. Look, and we come out with mountain of mastery, ascend towards self-realization and triumph, guided by the stoic presence of the mastery mountain pathway. Now, where was that one about the? Oh, I think I put that back. I didn't leave it out. It was about the rough road ahead, but you're gonna master. This is your master. This is what you're meant to do. You were meant to do this. I think they're gonna bring in some kind of tower to get you moving, because it's just free to move. It's talking about a lot of traveling. It's talking about your path, and the road's gonna be rough ahead, but this is who you are. Embrace your liberty to explore new paths. The world is wide open for your journey. Well, wide open for your journey. Shield of resistance. Enjoy your shield of resistance, guarding against external pressures while nurturing your internal strength of love and career. Yeah, there's rising flames. And I was just talking about how you were a phoenix. Let your passions guide you to fulfilling purpose meant for you. I'm not joking. Like, this is your purpose. This is what your purpose is. Look, and right underneath is more flames. Not afraid of hardships, confront challenges with courage, for they are the stepping stones to growth and wisdom. Yeah, because this is here about being unable or unwilling to make decisions. When that happens, when you continue to stay in a situation that you don't belong in, spirit will find some kind of tower moment to because this is what you're meant for. You're meant for this. Look at this. Look at all these beautiful cards. Okay, there's more here. What is this? Okay, so who is helping? Who's going to help I mean, you might even recognize yourself as like an earth angel or a star seed. Okay, Spirit. So what else? Who's helping to guide them? This one? Metatron and Sandalphon. Sacred connection, synchronicity, divine connection, understanding the lessons. Understanding lessons. Okay. So we have the Atlanteans here on the ball. Evolution, vibration, legacy, technology, progress, expect acceleration. Stay in the flow, resurrection, free to move, rising flames. Yeah, something's going to happen here. No kidding. Look, Sanat Kumara, open channel, and it says here signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. This is your divine mission. No joke. I feel like divine mission, enlightened action, make choices from the heart. And it did say that too about using your heart to make these decisions. Wow. Because you're an open channel. This is your divine mission. You were born here in this time because you're here to hold the templates for the new earth. And see, that was the only way that they could do it. They had to install we all had to come here with hidden codes within us to hold the light for the new earth, to help it move forward. You see this water here is behind her, creating this I want to say current, but I was trying to say mist of water, like could be seeing crescent moons too. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be a paradigm shift here, activation to grow, make the necessary change. So I think that's what it is. You have to make some kind of decision. I don't know what I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on what decision that it is that you have to make. I mean, everyone is going to have to make the decisions for themselves. I don't know what that is though. So I don't know why you're unwilling to make the decisions, but that's what you were brought here for. That's why you come here. You come to make this, to be liberated, to allow these, because you're a code carrier, right? You hold templates within your DNA so they can be activated. So you need to follow the synchronicity, your divine connection, and you'll understand the lessons because they're saying here that you're an open channel and it's your divine, could even be coming through, it says legacy, technology, progress, and expect acceleration. See the legacy too, because, I was saying how the turtle is ancient. So I think this is you're a very ancient being. I think you've been incarnated onto this earth for other, journey again. Stepping into power. No joke, Spirit. So once you take this journey, believe in magic, and you have the magician here and the travel. Oh, head is like tingly. You are strong beyond measure. Stepping into power. I think you're going to have to make some hard decisions. I don't know what those decisions are going to be. Yeah, because it comes out, you're going to be navigated by the stars because the Atlanteans here. Okay, so this over here. This is pretty intense. Okay. Stepping into power. You're going to be navigated by the stars. You're going to be traveling lightly here. Yeah. It's going to expand your horizons. I don't know. Oh my God, look, ascending the mountain. And then you have the mountain here too. The mountain of mastery. Keep going forward to ascend this mountain, to master. Take the action with passion. You know, you got another horse. Because it started out here that you're going to have this knight here. Now you have another one. Okay, yep, going to have some courage to do this. That's for sure. Okay, Spirit. What else? This one. Okay, so this is number 24. Let's see what is in this for you. Okay, number 24. What does this say? You know, so let go. Oh, this is something you already know deep down. In the ancient forest, spiraling galaxies. No joke. Look, because I was noticing these spiraling stairs, and I kept thinking about the galaxy. Oh my God, Spirit. And then you're navigated by the stars. You get the Atlanteans here. Wow. So in the ancient forest, spiraling galaxies, and the astonishing caterpillar to butterfly process. Okay. There is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic. We are governed by an intelligent force so powerful that it literally shapes our world. It is so invisible that we forget its presence and become anxious to figure out how everything must happen and when. This intelligence is within you. You know how to grow without knowing how you know. The answers you need are much closer than you realize and a lot easier to implement. Um, Easier to implement than you fear would have you believe. Relax, lean into your process, and trust yourself so you know the way. Follow your bliss. Oh my God, Spirit, this is beautiful. Wow, whoever you are, you're amazing. And I can't wait until you're able to step into your power, because this is going to be life changing for you and the new world. So with that, I'm going to close this reading, and I have chills completely all over me. Wow. Um, Now I know why the dog's been acting up through this reading, because they don't want you to know. They don't want me to get this message out. I find that I'm being suppressed on YouTube a lot, and I'm also suppressed on TikTok. So, you know, my messages clearly are really meant to get to the people that are going to help with the new earth, and they don't want that. They're trying to suppress as much as they can. So, I hope this video finds you well, and I hope you keep moving forward with all that you need. And, you know, I'm going to send you all my love and light. And hopefully you have subscribed, because my readings will help you on your journey. And hit the like button and the share, and, you know, the bell and all the things. You know what to do. So with that, I'm going to close this reading. And like I said, sending all my love and light. And I hope you have a good day. Bye. Welcome in group 3. Let's see what you've chosen here. Number 14, steam. Okay. Well, steam is created under pressure. And this is about anger, really, and releasing anger and the different forms of releasing it. Because, you know, anger is a valid human emotion, and in a measured way. And if it can be harnessed, it can be a very powerful force for good. But now, if it's not harnessed, this one, if it's not harnessed, it can become very destructive and can create a lot of chaos around you if you don't remain in control. So, but the other thing too, if your feelings are suppressed and they become really pent up, they could blast out when you least expect it. And the other thing too is if your emotions are being suppressed for too long, it can cause like physical illnesses. So, that's something that is important to like take note of, I guess. So let's find out. So really, um, your anger, this is number 36. Anger can be used to help propel us forward in, like getting over relationships, getting over hurt and pain, to help propel us, to work harder at our jobs or careers. You know what I mean? So anger can aid in some good ways, right? But it can also be very destructive. So, whoa, here we go. There's card out. Shaman, look at that. A lot of birds here, a lot of feathers. So, shaman, number 5, divine wisdom, spiritual power. That's that eagle. Eagles see things from from a far distance. They see things from a different perspective. Maybe that's what this is going to be. Oh, look at that. I just noticed, like, you have steam, which is number 14, which is also a 5, and then you have 5 with the shaman here. I think the shaman in this one is the Hierophant, maybe, in the tarot. Can never keep them straight. There's so many different decks. Yep, the Hierophant. Yeah. Okay. Well, action and focus on the bottom, the Knight of Feathers. Okay, we're just going to keep shuffling here, find out what's going on. I noticed that there's 3 parrots here. So you could have like a really colorful personality. Well, that's interesting because that came out in the last one, the Ace of Shells, with happiness and abundance. And we're come out with the Hierophant here, which is like with the shaman. This is somebody that would like really spiritual power, right? And the turtle represents ancient beings, like they're very old, right? They even have their shells even have the what do you call that? Um, it's like the grid. I can't remember what you call it now. It has the lovers on the bottom. Okay. All right. We're gonna just keep going. Oh my God! Look, I just split it on Emperor, focus and stability. Yeah, this is what they're trying to warn you about, keeping your anger in check. Okay, that's why the oh my God, look, and then you get the Hangman too. Wow, that's why. Okay, so I think maybe okay, and then underneath the 10 of crystals, stability and attainment. I don't know, I'm having a hard time talking in this one. Okay, so I think what's going on here is with all the spiritual power that you have, that's why your anger can be so destructive in your life. I think you hold a lot. You hold a lot in. Maybe this with the lovers here, number 6, like your choice and the trust, something might be going off, something that could be causing this anger to be used in not a powerful way, but a destructive way. Because it's saying here with the Emperor, like, having that stability, because an emperor is stable, right? And the Hangman is being patient with perspective. And I notice they have number 4 and number 5 here. So you have 4, 5, 6. So you could be seeing like numbers of 4, 5, 6 or 6, 5, 4. And the hangman is number 12, but also it's number 3. So you could be even seeing like 5, 4, 3 or 6, 5, 4, 3, sorry, or 3, 4, 5, 6. You could be seeing these series of numbers going on here. Okay. You know, wolves too are very, they really depend on their intuition. Okay, so let's find out what's going on here. Hold on, my dog's been acting up. All right, sorry for the interruption. Okay, here we go here. Look on the bottom, victory, wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotion, awards, or scholarships. Look at that, lovers again. Interesting. Very interesting. And underneath, the sun, a time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly, gratitude to the divine. Interesting indeed. So the lovers came out twice here. So maybe this person helps temper your anger, helps you stay. Because, you know, it talks about like the love is about choice and trust. You know, and then the 6 of Wands here is about, you know, victory, you know, that they're on fire too. Making a wise choice with this. Okay. Okay, let's see if there's another card here. There's something else here. Yeah, just notice they're holding fire too, you know. You know, it's getting the it's all about timing. Oh yeah, I just noticed there's a unicorn back here. So this could be like a rare encounter, or this person is somebody you've never met before. You've never met anyone like this person before. Another card in here. There's another card. Wishes come true, your dreams become reality, a magical time of life, good fortune, faith in the universe, that will all will be well. No joke. 9 of Cups. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do one of these ones here. Well, this is not anywhere that I thought this was going to go, especially with the Steam card, because that's usually like people are suppressing their emotions. But it seems like you're not suppressing your emotions. All right, here. What card do you want? I'm down here. Horse, manifestation vortex. Your wishes come true. You manifested this person. Belief makes manifest, thoughts attract and create. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because on the bottom here, and I split the deck on Lady Portia, but Saint Germain, the Violet Flame, this is all about alchemy, releasing the old and making way for the new. So I think that's what you've done. Like when you went into this hangman, my dog is really acting up today, and she's really starting to get on my nerves. She's starting to make me angry. I was just about to say she's starting to make me angry. It's not funny because this comes right out under hangman, because it's about when you're in the hangman position, that's where you're doing all your contemplation. You're releasing all those old patterns and thought processes and whatnot. And then you have on the bottom, overcoming limitations with the karmic release, letting go of the need to be right. Okay. And there's one more deck here. Let's see here. What's in this one? Okay, so what's in this one? What's going on? Look at that in the bottom. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Oh my gosh. And uncovering treasure comes right out underneath that. Well, your wishes come true. Beneath the surface, it lies great bounty. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. No kidding. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Wow. This is pretty amazing, because it seems like all your dreams are going to come true. All your wishes are going to come true. It's going to happen. Well, that's awesome. 2020. We're moving into 2026, so it's supposed to be, a whole new beginning for a new earth. You know what I mean? Not saying that people still won't go through hardships, because absolutely they do. You're fully immersed. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. No joke. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're talking like love, money, home, your spirituality. It's all going to come online. Oops. What's this? Desert of isolation. Traverse the desolate spaces of solitude to uncover reflection and resilient survival. Yeah, I think that's, that has to do with that hangman there. That's where unity blooms. So the person that you're going to meet at unity blooms, foster harmony and connection within your community, nurturing bonds that bring us together. Yeah, you notice it has stop and reflect. And I think that's what the hangman's been all about. Pause in your journey to appreciate how far you've come and where you're headed. Exactly. Because you're going to have like oh my gosh, you're going to have all of this. All of this is going to come for you, to you, for you. You've probably been through a lot though. Open your mind, learn from experiences, and let answers unfold in your journey. No joke, Spirit. Okay, let's see what this one says. Number 36. Okay, 36 breaks down to a 9 too, and that's the ending of a cycle. So 36. And I almost went, oh, what's that number again? I just literally said, let it live. Look at that. Okay. After one has an intuition, a choice needs to be made to act upon it. This is when a clash between soul and ego can be experienced. The soul wishes to move forward, but the ego, I almost said eagle. I did say eagle, but the ego can create traps that undermine progress. One trap may be exclusive fear based on feeling inadequate to the task, or an inflated and erroneous view that is something is destined. Then no work is required on our part, and it should effortlessly manifest out of thin air. If it is good to have faith in the power of the universe as our co-creative ally, but it does not work, but it does not do our work for us. Humans need to hold up their side of things. In forgetting this, the prospect of the hard work required to grow can be misinterpreted as a sign that something is not right, and one should therefore give up. That's where the anger is coming from. You could be feeling a lot of anger because you're like, I'm doing everything that I can do. What am I doing wrong? Why is this not happening for me? But it is actually happening for you as long as you're taking that action. But I mean, you can't try to find love of your life if you stay in your tower all the time. You know what I mean? I think that's what they're referring to. Okay. I mean, you can't have that career if you're not willing to put in the hours of work. So, where was I? The prospect of hard work required to grow can be misinterpreted as a sign that something is not right and one should therefore give up. You are meant to bring something to life, do your work, but also allow the universe to play a part in your manifestation. Seek a moderate approach for your best success. Do not talk yourself out of your destiny. Okay, so it's a lot to do with your thinking. It's a lot to do with your emotions. I feel like there's something else that they want to say here. What else do you want to know here, Spirit? There's something else that they want. Okay, what is it? My dog's been doing a lot of whining during this reading too. So, I mean, maybe you could be complaining about things, that things aren't working out. Let's see here. Having a different perspective will help, though. So, I mean, you do have the lover card, the love card twice here. So, Cancer, yeah, that's all about the emotions, you know, and so is Scorpio. These are about emotions. Off the new moon, too. Okay. Something here with this Cancer and Scorpio. Let's see. There's something in here. Yeah, this is a lot about emotions. Okay, so the new moon card that came out with this here, this the new moon is about It's like this new moon represents the starting point of a lunar cycle. So it is where a subconscious and the conscious mind share the same plane. And this means you should focus on your aspirations and emotional desires. If you plant the seeds, they shall grow. Think of the new moon as a blank page where you control the story, what you do wish for most. This can also be a period of uncertainty and insecurity because we cannot see the moon's glow. So the universe is actually, and then you have like the full moon here, right? Okay, I'm going to quickly just see what they want here for Cancer and Scorpio. Because, well, Scorpio is a water element. Ha, look at that. Scorpio. Look at this in this reading. It says Scorpio in a reading mean it is time for you to get your emotions, mainly your temper, in check. It is perfectly healthy to feel angry, just like I was saying with the steam card here. But it is not healthy to be carrying it around with you all day, day after day. You don't have to do that to yourself. Don't you deserve to feel happy? If you have been struggling to take the first step in changing your life, Scorpio is a welcome omen. Allow bad habits and negative thoughts to die, as this leaves room for newer and better things to flourish. This opportunity is a gift, and when you take it, the whole world will open up. No joke. Okay, so what is Cancer? I know Cancer is all about emotion too. Okay, let's see here. Aha. And I was saying that I think, you're not going to meet somebody if you're staying in your tower. So the Cancer here is, this is the crab. So this is where like you're hard on the outside, but you're all like soft on the inside. So it says, ask that you molt from your outer shell and be vulnerable in the realm of emotions. It's okay to bring your armor with you in case you need it to retreat, but taking those first steps is important for your growth. Self-care is more than just working out your exterior. It takes vulnerability and creativity. The path to tranquility is not a straight line, but sometimes you need to take a few steps to the side to observe your feelings or the feelings of others. Just resist the urge to act on the offensive. Lashing out may feel like self-preservation, but you'll end up hurting the people you care about. Wow. So that's what it is. It's all about your feelings. It's about that temper. So you need to find a way to release that, I think. Blow off some steam, I heard. Yeah, blow off some steam somehow. Maybe take up running or lifting weights or being more out in nature, like going for long walks or something, hiking. Okay. So with that, I'm going to close this reading, and I hope it does find you well, and I hope it's going to be helpful to you. And because everything is there for you. It's just you know, getting yourself like out there and not getting angry at the universe, right? So with that, I'm going to close the reading, and like I said, I hope this finds you well. And I'm going to send you all my love and light. And dog keeps whining at the door, so I really gotta go. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.